It is better for a woman to want you than to need you. Because if I need you, it's not me really seeing you. Hold on a second.
That's not how we feel.
Hold on a second. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you from a woman.
It does matter.
I'm telling you.
You cannot dismiss.
Listen,
you cannot dismiss my feelings.
Listen.
Masculine.
You can't do it.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Shishu Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
So guys, as always, minding my own business. When I come across this post, shout out to the spiritual word. The post read, most men like to get a woman that's already where she is so that he can just come on and join her ride. Yamanika Sanders featuring Rawlings and Angela Yee. Hope I pronounced most of those names right. Without any further delay, let's get into it.
Most men, I won't say generalization, most men like to get a woman that's already where she is so that he can just come on and join her ride.
Some women have an issue where, okay, I'm building them up, and then they throw it in his face, oh, nigga, if it wasn't for me.
I don't do that.
Yeah, who does that?
Women love building.
Women.
Men don't like to build women. Men like to get, most men, I won't say generalization. Most men like to get a woman that's already where she is so that he can just come on and join her ride. Most women, once they get to where they are, the men that are on their level oftentimes not available for whatever reason. If you want to say because Kevin Samuels was right, it's because I'm fat and I'm old and I'm black and I got 2 cats, fine. But at the end of the day, I'm at a certain level. If I look for men that are my level, they're already taken or there's some situation. So I'll look at the clearance rack and I'll go, okay, all he needs is a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then women just start piecing it. Women piece men all together all the time. We always piecing a nigga together. That's why I don't know we don't have our own show on HGTV called Flip This Nigga. We constantly.
Oh my gosh. Guys, imagine being so out of touch that you literally have everything backwards. Literally, this woman literally said everything backwards. We talk about how women wait at the finish line and let the winners bust those cheeks, right? And she just completely like flipped that. This is what happens when you watch 10 seconds of Kevin Samuels clips and decide to get on a podcast and talk about these type of topics. Is that you just sound like you don't know what you're talking about. And then she just glosses over the fact that, oh, maybe Kevin Samuels was right. Maybe it's because I'm fat and I'm a cat lady. Maybe. No, that was the whole thing. That was the whole point that Kevin Samuels was trying to make, is that you aren't what those men that you want are looking for. You can't just gloss over those facts. Guys, I'll try my best not to pause this video too much. Let's finish it.
Flipping a nigga constantly like, well, you listen, I only got 10,000 on the budget of him. I know you're gonna go 20,000 over budget, but can you flip this nigga? And they gonna do, we gonna say,
and then they do some shoddy work
did the best
and then
we
it falls
could.
apart.
That we did the best we could. He still had molding.
I've said this before. The minute a woman makes a man feel like she don't need him for anything, is the minute he don't want.
You know, I had this in my last situation where it was like, oh, you don't act like you need me. Here's the thing I said to him, and this is what I think is powerful. He didn't have much common sense, so he couldn't grab this, but maybe you can. It is better for a woman to want you than to need you. Because if I need you, it's not me really seeing you. Hold on a second.
That's not how we feel.
It doesn't matter. I'm telling you from a woman.
It does matter.
I'm telling you.
You cannot dismiss my feelings.
Listen.
Masculine.
You can't do it.
In respect to your feelings,
could you put your fingers down?
As a woman who has a Yee is going to relate to this too, because she also has a
big.
Well, you know, listen, it's Noah's Ark. I take 2 of anything at this point in time. I'm in my 40s. So now, as a woman, I'm telling you, a man wants to be needed by a woman because he feels like she need me and he feels like he's her lifeline. But I'm telling you, when I need a nigga, that's out of desperation. When I want a nigga, that means I'm putting in the work to be here. The fear for men is, when a woman needs you...
Everybody is listed. These are her thoughts.
Hold on. Okay, that's
thoughts.
fine with the disclaimer, but a lot of people shaking their heads right now. Yes.
A lot of people not.
A lot of people not. A lot of bum niggas not.
I'm
but when I say, hold on, wait,
see?
let me finish my point. I need clarity here.
Yo, I can't believe what I'm hearing right now. Right? She says a lot of people are shaking their heads right now. I think she meant like nodding their heads, right? Yeah, a lot of delusional women are going to agree with this. And that's part of the problem.
I need clarity here.
You said bum niggas.
A lot of clarity here.
You said bum niggas.
I did say it.
Now, if we say whack, then it's like, oh, I'm fucked up.
I'm sure whack listen to you all the time. But what I'm telling you is this.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you this. And there's a lot of spectacular I'm here. He's here. What I'm telling you is, what men don't understand subconsciously, what they fear when a woman says they want them versus they need. Because if I want you, that means you have to continue to work for me to want you. When I need you, no matter what shit you giving me, I need you, nigga. I can't go nowhere.
I can't go anywhere.
Can't go
and
nowhere.
So, yeah, and that's the truth. So I was going to say this. I think
You said
ideally...
men are controlling with money.
No. I was going to say, ideally in a relationship, two people are whole. No one needs the other person, but they both want to be there. Because I think that's the best, because it's
They both want to be needed, too. You want to feel like...
But I feel like...
I understand what you're saying, but there's a point...
There's a difference between needing, because I've seen men who have told the women, I don't want you to work anymore. I want to move you out to the middle of nowhere, away from all your friends and family. And now you're relying on him because you're not making your own money. So he's going and doing whatever he wants because you need him. But it's way different when you guys are both bringing everything to the table, you know. And I'm not saying if a woman is at home working because they have children, she's, you know, holding down the house, that's still working, right? And he does need her for that also. So I just think that... need is a really strong word. I never want to feel like, if you leave me, what am I going to do?
But then you empower yourself and you're independent, so you don't have to deal with that.
Women need men.
Yeah,
Correct?
and I'm happy about that. That's why for me in a relationship,
Period.
I always make sure this is what I want my man for. To be
Okay.
able to, when something happens, he's the first person I call, where I'm like, what do you think about this? This happened today. I had a tough day. What do you know, things like that are important. One thing I will say, though, that's tough for me is that guys will always be like, I can't get you anything that you can't get yourself. I never know what to get you. You're the hardest person, because everything you want, you just go and get it anyway.
This coffee smells like shit.
Man, hold on. I got something for you guys.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Can't make this shit up, man. There's too much delusion, contradiction, sign language. For me, I don't have time, right? I want to get into this stuff, but I'm just going to jump straight into these comments, man. So our first comment was the top comment, and it says, we all really want love. Laugh out loud. That's why we always debate about it. Laughing emoji in the heart. Women want love, men want respect. Next comment says, this couldn't be further from the truth. Laugh out loud with the crying emoji. He's 100% right? The guy's right. This couldn't be further from the truth. And this just shows you the amount of backwards thinking that Kevin Samuels was against when he was, since you mentioned him, I'm going to talk about him, right? When he was out here trying to get these women to see things from a realistic vantage point. This female commenter says, it's better to want than need, and I'll stick by that, exclamation marks. 422 likes. And that's why these women won't find a man who will put a ring on their finger, because men do like to feel needed. And why is that? Because they are needed. Apart from men just wanting to feel needed, women need men. Women need men to survive. You don't like it, it's the truth. And the rebuttal to this for most women is, I pay my own rent, I pay my own car note. Why do I need a man? I take care of myself. I pay my own car insurance. And it's like, of course, you guys weren't listening to Kevin Samuels when he was trying to tell you that you can't support yourself up to retirement. Most people cannot without a 2-income household. But of course, that's reality, and you don't like that coffee.
No, I'll have a tea, actually.
This commenter says, y'all not tired of talking about the same shit? Next commenter says, I agree with her. So what do these women agree with? These women agree that they think it's best to not feel like you need a man. The question is, where's that gotten women today? That's the question. Next comment says, she is telling the truth about a lot of men. I ain't saying nothing else. So this chick is basically saying that most men get a woman that's already where she is so that they could join her life. right? That most guys are looking for women to support them.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Oh man, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that sound effect. Next comment says, we seem to always have the same conversation. All right, bro, I get it, right? You're frustrated, but let me explain why. So why do we always seem to have the same conversation? Because once it gets to the point of accepting reality, for most women, they dodge it like bullets in the Matrix, right? They avoid it. They would rather sound dumb than admit the truth. Women would rather embarrass themselves on public platforms. You've seen it all around. They would rather look delusional than actually admit to the truth. And I know I've heard Rollo Tomasi talk about this. You get to a point in the conversation with these women where the return on investment isn't worth the conversation. And I think for women like this, who we just saw talking, that is the case. And as far as Kevin Samuels goes, I think I remember seeing a live where he basically said, the gender war is over. We're going to be having conversations with people who want to have the conversation. So he was transitioning out of like having the argument, which was inevitable, right? And transitioning into having the conversation with women who came to the conversation in good faith, right? And that's not these women right here. So why do we keep on talking about the same thing? Well, because most women can't get past the point of accepting accountability. They can't. So just to show you guys how out of touch some of these women are, here's a thread that I thought, this is a conversation that was underneath the post that I thought was pretty interesting. So it starts out with the guy who left a comment that read, "She a gymnast because she flipped the script heavily." Laughing emojis, right? He's basically saying like, she's like completely backwards in the way she said things. Then a woman responds to that comment and says, which happens in reality often. Let's not act like there aren't niggas out here that beg too. Then another man responded to that and said, at what percentage? So he's asking her, since she said, hey, a lot of guys out here are begging women and trying to benefit from their lives. And another guy asked, at what percentage? And she responds and says, you tell me, or let you tell it, it's zero, huh? With the laughing emojis. Better yet, go visit any hood in your area. Count how many men staying with females for their car, house, and food. Then come back with an actual answer. And so the guy responds and says, you literally proved my point. You had to use hood ninjas as an example. And hood ninjas are a very small percentage of men. And this happens even at a smaller percentage among hood ninjas. He goes on to say, not all hood ninjas are bums. There are a lot of them that carry their own weight as men. By the way, if the guys that you mess with are hood ninjas, that says more about you. And I could say the same about the lady in the video, right? If you're going to shop at the clearance rack, you got to ask yourself, why are you there? Next, she has a point. I'm not looking on the clearance rack, but I see women do it daily and marry them too. What this woman is doing is hating on women who in her eyes are married because they lowered their standards when in actuality they became more realistic. And she's hating on him. Why? Because the average woman today does not find the average man attractive. Who do women view as a clearance rack? The guy who either earns an average income, which is still more than the average black woman, or the guy who's earning less than her. Yeah, man. I think I've pretty much said all I could say about this situation. I've got nothing else, man. I'm always curious to know what you guys think, right? I do read my comments. So leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The idea that one day all women will come together and they'll say, you know what? You guys are right. And actually accept accountability, to me is just crazy, right? I think most change will come from a small percentage of people who decide to take accountability of their own lives. Most of these women are lost. Most men don't want to take that RP, but focus on you. Focus on your circle. Build yourself up. Gentlemen, save yourself. I appreciate you guys for checking out another episode of The Coffee Pod. Till next time, man. I'm out. Peace.